Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I actually wanted to do an overview and review video of the Wild Badger 20-inch snow thrower. So in this video, what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through the installation. I'll show you some of the different components, really just go through all the functionality and give you some idea of what to expect. Now, as you can see, the weather right now, we're basically preparing for upcoming snow season, so I wanted to get this ready for that. So I figured this video would really be more to show kind of the functionality of this, and most likely I'll be doing another video when we actually have some snowfall. But for now, this one's going to really cover the overview functions. Now, in terms of installation, it was pretty straightforward. You have basically, when this comes out of the box, this wire is actually going to be already connected to the main unit, and this whole metal frame is actually going to be detached. So you have 4 of these different screw sets. You're basically going to unplug the screw from the other end of the actual twist knob here, and you're going to actually take the middle frame piece, attach this one first with the 2 bottom pieces, and then you're going to attach the main frame piece with the actual handlebar up here at the top, and this will basically attach with these 2 pieces on either end. Once you've done that, you then attach the chute. This is pretty straightforward. You basically have a plastic piece with a handle up here that attaches with 3 bolts that go right onto the main frame. These actually I just did with a Phillips, but you could even use like a hex wrench if you want with these as well. In terms of the last piece for assembly, you have this rod that actually connects to the chute. So if you want, you can obviously adjust this either by moving it this way, or you actually have this handlebar and you can use this to adjust it while you're actually shooting snow, which obviously is going to be much more convenient. So maybe you make a pass, you come back, you can actually turn this, and as you can see, it will rotate this very easily left or right, and it goes pretty far. As you can see, you can pretty much make this go directly to the left, or if you go all the way back to the right, you can go all the way to the right, or you can do an angle. You also have an adjustment option here if you want to change the distance of how far the snow is going to throw. So there's this blue handle here. This basically has small notches that go all throughout, and you can see there's a bunch of them here. This will basically allow you to choose, how far the snow is going to go. You can see this setting here, it's probably going to shoot it more at a close angle, whereas if we go all the way down, this is going to shoot it straight up. So you're probably going to want to play with this depending on where you're actually removing your snow. Beyond that, you have these nice gridded wheels here in the back. So these are going to obviously do fairly well in the snow, but this is actually a light enough unit that if it does get stuck even a little bit, you could even pick this thing up probably pretty easily. It's really not all that heavy. In the front, you actually have a very, very large blade. You can see this basically encompasses the whole front of the actual piece. This will basically spin and rotate and take all the snow and bring it up through the chute. So it's pretty nice little simple design. This actually also is fully battery powered. I've actually used one in the past that you had to have it plugged in, which honestly is a big nuisance. And with this, you have a battery that just goes inside. You also have an additional storage, so they give you a label here. You can see this is the working side, and then this is the storage side. So you could even get an extra battery and store it in here if you chose to do that. And when the first one runs out, you could always switch it over. According to the manual, you should be able to get upwards of around 2,000 square feet, which is going to be quite a bit. You do have a power indicator here, so if you press this, you can see there's up to 4 LED indicators. It's a 40-volt battery. They do include a charger, pretty standard. You basically just insert this onto the base, and then you have a pretty long power cord here to work with. I usually just keep all my chargers together, and then that way you can charge any of your electrical devices doing that. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on just so you get some idea of how this works. Basically, as a safety precaution, you have a button here that you're going to push down, and then this bar actually gets clamped down into the back bar. So that way when you're using it, you're basically able to hold both of these, and then when you let go, it's going to stop the entire snowblower. So it's pretty simple. Let's go ahead and start it up. So it's decently loud, as you can hear. Obviously, like I said, with the weather, we can't test it, but I can already tell just from doing this quick test, this thing is going to do a pretty good job, with probably pretty decent snowfall. I would say unless you're getting like well over a foot of snow, maybe you just waited too long to go out there and start in the driveway, this is going to work for most like common amounts of snow that you'd be dealing with. Anyway, thanks for checking out my video overview. Hopefully you found this helpful, and I'll talk to you later.